Mo Lang Tin Jun. Hello everyone, this is the Sifu from Teenage Dragons YouTube channel. Today I want to answer a question from our fans on the channel, and the question is why can't Taoism be free, free to learn? Some people think that it's just some knowledge. It didn't cost you anything. Why can't you learn it for free? And people start to be crazy, starting talking about free teaching. You should teach this for free. It's so good, etc. Well, the common crowd should already have the common sense about, hey, people don't get knowledge for free, right? You have to spend a lot of time, effort, and it costs you a lot of things beside money to have the knowledge and skills in order to teach. But today I'm going to guide you to look at this in a different perspective, which we just recently talked about. It's the Dou Tak, the Tao and Te. Okay, this cycle. Watch that full lecture. It's 1 hour of juicy lecture there, and it's free. Okay, so you can enjoy that. And basically, why you cannot learn Taoist magic or Taoism for free is because of this reason. You cannot just learn the Tao root, meaning to pull things from a source, to get and to take, but not to give back. Because it's like you want to keep taking from a farm, right? You have a farm with tons of strawberries and stuff like that. Okay, you love taking. You go and grab and grab and grab. But who plants the new strawberries? If you don't give back, how can the farm keep growing for you to take later on, right? So in order for this to happen, you need to give back. Now, what do you give back to the farm? Depending on what the farmer needs, or depending what is available and such. So you must give back in one way or the other, right? Giving back is very important, and you must understand what you took, where you took from, and how to give back. You cannot just blindly give back, okay? So in our lineage, you learn, for example, you come in, you learn from me, okay? You learn from me, you give back to me. You don't give back to other people, other places. Okay, so you learn in this lineage, you give back to the lineage. Very simple. Okay, so there are 3 things you need to understand. Three things you need to look at, okay, when you're giving back. The first is what actually start you up in this path. Without me, you cannot get ordained into the lineage, and so you cannot have your altar, and you cannot connect to our system, right? You cannot connect to our source. So in order to give back, you have to give back to the human, which is me, that start you up first, okay? That's stage 1. Next is give back to your altar, which is the altar behind here, okay, or your own altar. And then you give back to what we call the sky, which is where you get the resources from. So when you're learning in the lineage, you have to understand the 3 things to give back. Okay? Now, not all the party need the same thing. It's like, okay, what does your altar need from you? The altar needs something and not money. Okay? You don't give money to the altar. You have to give back as in giving it care, cleaning, and things like that, right? So the altar needs you to help it to clean up, to tidy up, to grow and develop your altar, etc. That's the way to give back, okay? Now, to give back to me, I don't need you to clean up me, okay? So I need you to what? Well, you can give back in many ways, depend on the situation. The common method is to give back as in using money, because I can use money in any way I like, okay? So that's something I need. You can give back as in right now, today, right here, okay? It's very simple. What some of my senior disciples, they shipped me a bottle of Japanese whiskey today, and this is by FedEx, and it's really good, okay? So this is how they give back, appreciation. Another disciple from Singapore, okay, giving back some beef jerky from Singapore, and I cannot buy these in Canada. So they're nice food, very delicious stuff from Singapore, and he shipped it through FedEx. Okay, so these disciples are really good. They're shipping me things that I cannot even get right here in Canada. Okay, that's a form of give back. Sometimes some other people will give back in other ways, but it must be a way that I want and I will accept. Okay? For a normal disciple, I don't like them giving back as in, oh, I give you some food. Well, I don't like this food. I don't need your food. Okay? Then why are you giving me back the food? I accept food from my disciples who I trusted and like as like my senior disciple because they're different relationship. Okay? Now, when I eat the food, it means that the food that I consume, okay, these energy from you give me the food, right? So it has your energy. When I eat, I consume your energy and it goes back to my own personal Yun San. Okay? And this Yun San, my spiritual planet body, is what shaped up my future, my destiny, my future life, okay, my future luck, all that stuff. So it means that my life and the life of the senior disciple is more connected in a way because I put his energy into my Yun San. Okay? And that's how later on my future is more related to him and I will be able to transfer him more knowledge, power, and things like that. But for some normal disciples, I will not even eat their food because I don't want them to be that bonded with me yet. I'm not even into that kind of relationship yet. So it's a very not something like, oh, you give me things I will take for sure. No, because sometimes I don't like to have these things into my Yun San, then I won't take it. So it depends who you are, what level of disciple you are. Do I really like your stuff or not? Then I will decide what kind of things is appropriate to give back. But for most people, money is the safest way, and that's why we use money all the time. Because money is neutral, and I don't have to put it back to my Yun San. I can use it on other things, and it transformed already. Okay? So, giving back is indeed important. And, well, if you keep learning in the lineage, and you expect to be, like, the whole thing is free, well, yeah. Learning, the part of, like, learning, the teaching part, we don't charge you money for it, okay? You get ordained and you pay like 300-ish bucks and get ordained for stage 1. And then you keep learning. The learning is free, okay? We don't have a fee for it. But it doesn't mean that you don't need to pay a single penny. It's just that we leave it open for you to decide how much you want to give back at the end of the month. So every month you decide how much you want to give back or how much you can afford to give back. And that is what we call the concluding of every month. Every month you have to conclude a certain amount, okay? If you say, I'm in a very, very difficult situation, I don't have any money, I'm jobless, etc., whatever, okay? Now you can do a small conclude, okay? Smaller amount, like a symbolic amount, okay? $5 or something, or $9, a few bucks. That is a symbolic amount. And definitely it doesn't make sense to say, oh, this amount equals to how much I appreciate your knowledge, okay? It's like an insulting thing, but yeah, because you don't have money, okay, that's why you give so little. And it's symbolic. It keeps your heart outputting, and you keep reminding yourself. So when you're doing well again, you'll be, oh, I'm doing okay right now. I want to give a little bit more. Then you can do your normal concluding, okay? So we do not put a restriction there saying everyone should give that much every month. But it's up to you, okay, to decide how much you can afford and how much you want to give back, how much you appreciate, etc. So that's how Taoism is taught. Taoist magic is taught right here. We don't have a set course, like a set menu, and then charge you for a certain thing. Now, why do you have to pay to get ordained? Well, that is the first the first bunch of money that you need to pay to get into a lineage. And this is what we call to Git Yun. Okay, it's like to make you bond to something. In order for you to bond to something, you must output first. You see, if you don't know this girl, right, and you want the girl to be your girlfriend, you must be the proactive side to give in order for the other side to bond to you, right? So in order to get into a lineage, you have to be the proactive side. You have to give first. So that's why you are charged, because you have to give a certain amount for the lineage to bond to you. And then when this relationship is built, then you will be getting whatever is coming up later on, and the cycle will keep going. So there's no way around, and there's no like discount and whatever crap. Okay, this is all fair trade, and 道德 is very important. Being a Taoist, you 修道, cultivate the Tao, meaning that you keep learning and absorbing and taking from the lineage. The 德, when you 修德, cultivate the 德, okay, the te, go back up to give back to where you take from. So always remember, being a good Taoist in the lineage, you always have to take and give back, take and give back. And this is how nature can keep going and how you can keep going. So that there's no side effect and no weird stuff going on for you. Okay, so remember to watch the other video on the Tao Te Ching and such. You'll know more about the details. But basically, that's why you have to pay and give to learn Taoism. It's not that, okay, oh, it's free knowledge and such. It's about your own virtue, okay? Very important. If you don't want yourself to live a broken life, then you have to be embracing this theory of Tao and Te Do Da. Okay, so that's it for today. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.